fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, this is the 6th video I'm uploading tonight. Anyways, let's get started. Whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya, who he just got done dealing with the Scarlet Witch and her reality bending fiasco. Where Midoriya, he was in a ghost town. A lot of people he knew had died, and he was reliving his past. That was a bit too much for Midoriya, especially watching it go away again. Now, along with that, you did actually have Apocalypse, who, using his advanced technology and his blood, he began the process of not only reviving dead mutants, but turning people who've been depowered back into mutants. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he freaked the fuck out whenever he saw Kitty and Kirk, him believing himself to still be in Scarlet's red world, as I'll call it. Now, with that being said, Midoriya spent some time alone trying to process everything. And the next morning, Midoriya, he did see a whole bunch of his dead friends, as they were all sitting around the table and talking, as Midoriya was catching them up on everything that's happened over the years, since some of them have all been gone. And you did have Kitty, who did see exactly how much things Midoriya's been up to. She saw Laura, the 5 Stepford sisters, which makes 6. She saw Rogue. She saw magic. Yeah. That was quite enough. And she did want to speak to Midoriya. Now, these two are currently in the other room, as Midoriya does just ask her, what does she want? Okay. Let me just get this straight. You're with all of those girls. Yeah. It's kinda strange, I know. Kinda? You're saying it's kinda strange. You came back from the dead last night, didn't you not? I hate you right now. Why? Because I have a point? Besides, what does it matter? You're with Kirk. I don't think you understand. It doesn't make sense. How? When did this even start? Okay. You know about Laura, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Rogue and I, whenever I was shot in space with her. When we came back, me and the Stepford sisters, we got a bit closer together. And whenever we thought that Onslaught, the strange mix of fucking Charles and Magneto, tried to destroy reality, yeah. They kinda jumped me about it. Or at least Irma did. And because she likes me, they share a hive mind. You see where this is all going. I spent time with each one of them individually. They're all cool. They all like me. And this thing with magic, that's new, actually. Alright. Okay, I understand it a bit better now. Just... hopefully we'll try to get along now. Now, As that does happen, you do actually have Midoriya, who does go to try to walk past, well, Kitty. I'm not used to saying that name. Now, as it does actually happen, you do have Mina, who would walk by Midoriya and say hey, as she does give him a wink, saying that it's kind of disappointing that he threw her out last night. Kitty asking about that one. Don't ask me. She crawled into my bed drunk last night. Said it was for a dare. You guys were partying, weren't you? I don't remember that. Yeah, well, I have a very good memory of it. Apparently she does too. Now, you do actually have somebody who does come walking down the stairs. And they would ask Izuku if he's okay. What are you turning? As you do have Kitty, who does turn and see the dark-haired girl. Yeah, Yui, everything's fine. Just go talk with some friends, okay? Please don't tell me that's your daughter. What? No, that's my younger sister. Your sister's a mutant. Yeah, you got a lot to catch up on. Now, Midoriya would just say adios, as he does turn around. Now, Midoriya, he did receive a message, and he actually would go to get dressed. Now, he would go to head out, as you do have another press conference, where Midoriya, he is talking about the recent things going on, as he does stand there in a black coat, with a red shirt, and, well, what is it? A black leather trench coat with a red X on it, along with Midoriya in a black t-shirt, and black pants with a red belt. Now, there is X-Men logos on the jackets and the shirt. Midoriya is trying to explain it. Recently, the X-Men, they've been trying to do a lot to bolster their numbers. And more recently, you do actually have Apocalypse. Midoriya explaining the whole thing. He's the first mutant, and they're actually able to start to bring back former mutants who do want their powers and abilities back, who have no place left to go and technically are not allowed at the Institute. Along with that, they're actually using certain technology that not even he does fully understand to start a process known as, well, what would he call it? But I'm trying to think of a name. As he would just call it rebirth. Now, a lot of people don't understand, and Midoriya he would explain it, as the world does want to know why the X-Men won't share this technology with the world. Now, Midoriya he doesn't really have a very good answer. However, he does just talk about how he can ask Apocalypse how it all does work, since it is technically alien technology. Now, after this is all said and done, you do have Midoriya, who he does head out. And he does want to continue on with the plan, as he does just stand there in the middle of the street, wondering about where the other stones could be. Let's see. Now, Midoriya would go to pull a stone out of his pocket, as you do have Tony Stark, who does come walking up and see Midoriya. Hey, Powerhouse? Do you still go by that? Oh, I haven't heard that in forever. Geez, everything's like a blast from the past right now. Okay, you good? Yeah, it's just a lot's been going off me. What's up? Okay, well, kid, I'll just call you that. It's easier. Have you been doing alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Now, he would just talk about how he tried to contact him within the last week, and he couldn't get a hold of him. Midoriya tried to explain that he was on a special mission, and that he kinda couldn't even really report into S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, he does also talk about how with everyone coming back, they did have a big party, and that his people are currently at 500,000. Wow, that's good. Yeah, ironically, you're able to, well, bring back half the mutants overnight. Our graveyard's more or less almost empty. Alright. Anyways, I should go. Now, Midoriya would leave. As Tony, he does want to call Robert. However, no one's been able to contact that guy for a little bit of time. And people have been wondering, where has the Sentry been at? Now, we do then have Midoriya, who he does just go to turn away from Tony Stark, as he would fly up high into the air. And he does go to hold up the Mind Stone, wondering for a minute if he should go to find another stone. Let's see. It could work. But what about that? Let's see. Now, Midoriya, he would just let the stone go. As the stone, it does go to move behind Midoriya. However, it does just freeze for a second, as it goes flying off in the opposite direction, away from where it was headed. Now, Midoriya does watch that confused, as he would turn around and look at Stark Tower, wondering what's going on with that. Anyways, him turning and flying in that direction, as he does go after the Mind Stone. Now, he would follow it to a base somewhere out in the cold. As Midoriya, he has arrived. And he does then see quite a bit of things. Hydra is gearing up for something, and they are getting ready. As Midoriya, he does break into the base and quickly begin to take down a whole lot of people. Now, eventually it does get to the point where Midoriya, he does chase after the Mind Stone and is able to actually grab it out of the air. As he does grab it and activate his abilities, shutting down the mind of every single person in the base. Now, the moment that happens, Midoriya, he does find the Mind Stone, as it's currently with the Red Skull. Midoriya walking into his office and seeing the man, who he had a gun pointed to the door, and inside this gun was the Soul Gem. Now, Midoriya was kind of confused as he does just hold the little gem, and wonder for a minute, okay, so what's this one do? Now, Midoriya is very intrigued by it all. So, that's 3 of them. I wonder. Midoriya does say, as they all do fall into Midoriya's left hand. And Midoriya, he would go to search the base for anything else, along with bringing in these Hydra soldiers. Now, Midoriya would drop them off, and at the world would be surprised, since Midoriya brought in over 500 Hydra soldiers and the Red Skull, along with actually showing the location of a secret base that they do raid, as Midoriya has already gone through the armory, and other mysterious things that the Hydra had at their disposal. Now, with that being said, we do have Midoriya, who he is trying to understand everything else. Okay, 3 stones for right now. And this box. What does say? I'm going to look down at it, as he does know what's inside. Now, Midoriya, he's just thinking, should he really have taken this thing? Okay, shit. I don't even know what that thing does. Oh god, did I make a mistake? No, I didn't. Okay, calm down, calm down. Now, somebody does come knocking on Midoriya's door. As Midoriya, he does go to pick up the container with one hand and put it inside of his closet, before just backing up and closing it, as he does walk over and open his door. As there you do have Nightcrawler. Kirk, hey, hi. So, can we talk? Yeah, sure. What I would say. Now, this would be whenever Midoriya, he does step outside of his room, closing the door behind him as him and Kirk do both walk downstairs and head outside. Now, people would watch as Midoriya and Kirk walk straight through the back door. And you do actually have Kitty, who she did hear somebody talk about this, as she phases through the wall and does look down from the second story, looking to see as these two are both talking. Now, you do actually have Kirk, who he does apologize for what happened in the past. Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. It's just one day, me and Kitty, we were talking, we were having fun, we were hanging out. You got kind of busy doing the whole superhero thing, and she kind of, what's that old saying that, yeah. Me and her just kept talking and talking and talking, and she didn't know how to break it to you. Yeah, I kinda get it. Anyways, that's kinda not what I'm mad about. Really? Yeah, I understand the whole hero thing. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I spent 8 years in the negative zone. For me, it was only. Well, for me, I only aged 3 months. And I've barely been out for like the last month. Or at least almost a month, so. Physically, I appear to be 22, but I'm more or less mentally 30. I had a lot of time to think. Listen, if Kitty didn't want to be with me, then I would have got it. I, back then, didn't really know why. I was angry. And I was lashing out. I think I killed you. Sorry about that again. Whenever I came back because Charles betrayed me, the world turned their backs on us. You betrayed me, she betrayed me, and everything I know was a lie. Along with that, my mind did kind of get erased. So there's that. Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad you can understand. So, where do we go from here? Because I don't think we're friends anymore, right? Oh, no. Obviously not. We're more or less able to tolerate each other, kind of. Does that make sense to you? Hmm? Yeah, I guess. Now, Midoriya and Kirk would both awkwardly shake hands, as neither one is really too sure what to say to the other. Kirk messed up Midoriya's previous relationship and banged his girlfriend. Meanwhile, Midoriya murdered him. Yeah. in in ranking of awkward situations, this is up there. Now, with that being said, we do actually then have later on to the day. The X-Men are still partying, and they are bringing back more and more mutants, as everyone is confused at the party. However, they either don't question it, or they do have to take a sit down and process a whole lot of shit. Now, with that being said, Midoriya he's currently laying in bed again tonight, and he's at least calmed down a bit more, as he does get to bring up his hand, and out of his pocket do come the Infinity Gems. As Midoriya he does look at them all as they do circle around his room. Now, Midoriya he does just think for a minute. Okay. One of these gems, they can boost my entire mental power, beyond what even I can normally do. The other one apparently manipulates reality. I need to be careful with this one. What do Ada's think? As you'd also have the third gem. Midoriya is not really too sure what it does do. However, he does have an idea. Is this the thing that powers everything? There has to be a gem that does that, right? Is this it? Now, Midoriya does grab hold of it, as his eyes do glow with power. And he does just look up. It feels like he's connected to Cerebro, except this is to a higher extreme. Midoriya looking up, he can see dots in the sky, not the stars. He can see everything. He can feel every living soul on the planet. Now, Midoriya does let go of this, as he does drop the gems. Now, there is a knock on Midoriya's door, as Midoriya he does go to move up as he does grab the gems off of his bed, walking over and putting them back in his jacket, before heading over to the door, as he does open it. Now, after that does happen, Midoriya would open the door to see Wanda. Hey, are you okay? Now, she does just stand there awkwardly and ask if she can stay here tonight. Uh, whoa. Hang on, you barely remember me, right? Yes, but you're my friend. I had a strange dream. I don't know what it means, it scared me. It was about a witch. And I was scared. Now, Midoriya he does just look at Wanda. And he does think, shit, did he not bury it enough? No, he did, didn't he? Shit, okay. Sure. What I would say. As Wanda, she does walk in and look around Midoriya's room, asking if this is really it. It's large. Yeah, I know. I manipulate space a little bit in here. It's like the size of a teacher's room, you know? Okay. Now, Wanda would go to lay down. As Midoriya he does go to sit on the chair he does have, where the gems are in his pocket. And Wanda, she does ask Midoriya if he does know her. Yeah, I do. I told you this already once, Wanda. I know who you are and you know who I am. Really? Yes. Anyways, you should get to sleep. But aren't you going to lay down? I don't think I've ever told you this, but I used to live on a world where battle was every day. I used to sleep on rocks. I can sleep in a chair. Don't worry about me. Hmm? You sure? Yeah, I'll be okay. Now, Midoriya, he would just sit down for a minute and talk with Wanda, watching as she does calm down and fall asleep. Now, once that does actually happen, you do have Midoriya, who would walk over and bring his hand up to her head, as he does check to see how she's doing mentally. Now, Midoriya, he doesn't want to invade her mind too much. Midoriya does look and see what her dream was about, and he can see it. Some of the flashes he did give her, some of the flashes that she can see. There's still parts of the bad memories, and these bad memories are starting to bleed. Now, Midoriya, he does just think. He promised Scarlet to take away her pain, and the only way to do that would be to erase everything, or change things around. Damn it. Okay, now, Midoriya, he does walk over to his jacket and pull out the Mind Stone. Before he does just bring over his chair and go to sit down. As Midoriya, he does bring his hand up. And he does try to think about what to remove and keep carefully. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.